anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the James Madison Dukes offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Quick release by the QB. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Dukes racing to the line in the hurry up.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Dukes are moving quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Finds a man on the left. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. To the air. It's Otis. Punts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Dukes are threatening in the red zone. Let's send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. Fights off a defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Dukes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dumps it off in the flats. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
Flips it out in the flat. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to
turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Foster. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. The Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Slams ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up.
And he takes it in for the score.
I love fullbacks. They do such a good job. They're so unselfish, and I love when you throw them a bone near the goal line. Everybody knows it's coming. All the beef in the game. Give him the football. He does the rest. Reward the big fella for all his hard work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Otis. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Let's go. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm a little surprised by the coverage on that play. It's 3rd and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the first down. You've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down. On the run, still looking. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
They'll move the tight end. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Give him 6. Touchdown Dukes.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. The give on the option. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Dukes are in the hurry up. Now the play fake. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
To throw, it's Otis. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out through the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a third and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. And the Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Otis. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Used the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. This one's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Dukes are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. 3rd down play from the gun. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Dukes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, James Madison. This defense making a big play and putting it in
in coverage, obviously you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Sends it back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Creates a little room. Oh, what a move. Made him miss again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
28, Georgia Southern, 14.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Works the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work them.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
2nd down.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Going deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense in a split backfield. Keeping it on the ground to open the 2nd half. Makes it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
221 wing. Ready.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the field.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it.
Touchdown, Eagles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Duke headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Give to the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And the Eagles buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throwing right. Makes the grab. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice football game, fella.
And I think the 2 earlier interceptions has rattled this quarterback a little bit. He's just not playing with a lot of confidence. He tried to complete that last throw off of his back leg. Of course, we know when you try to do that, your accuracy goes way down. This quarterback needs to get himself settled.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Smashes through the tackle. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. Touchdown, James Madison!